Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining our Valo webinar today called Build the Workplace of Your Dreams with Valo Ideas. We will be starting shortly, so you will still have time to get your favorite coffee brand, bring that into your cup and bring that to your office. We will start just a little bit after the top of the hour, so looking forward to talk to you about our newest offering at Valo called Valo Ideas. So we're going to start in 3 or 4 minutes. See you all. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Valo webinar. Today, we will be starting in 2 minutes to give a little bit of time for everybody to jump in from their previous meetings. We know we're all very busy in this summertime, so we're going to start in 2 minutes. Take the time to go to the restroom and get a coffee, and right after, we're going to get started. Talk to you soon. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. We are super excited today to discuss with you all on how you can build the workplace of your dreams with Valo Ideas. My name is Sébastien Levert. I am a product lead at Valo. I am also the product owner of that beautiful Valo Ideas product. And today I'm really delighted that I will be joined by, I would say, a special guest of ours. So we have with us in the webinar, we have Maarten Eekels. Hey, Maarten, how are you?
I'm very well. Thanks, Sebastian. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Maarten, would you mind doing a short intro of yourself? And then afterwards, I'm going to go through the agenda.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Maarten Eekels, as already mentioned. I am the Chief Digital Officer at Portiva, and we are a Netherlands-based consultancy company doing Microsoft Cloud, and we love being a Valo partner.
Awesome, thank you. So Maarten is joining me today because with their organization, they have transformed a number of organizations to move them from the on-prem world to the cloud, or even to improve their existing processes in the cloud, including some ideation processes using Valo Ideas. So we're going to talk with Maarten a little bit later around the experience and how organization can be transformed using Valo Ideas. Absolutely. So a little bit of housekeeping items before we actually start the webinar. So we will be monitoring the Q&A. We have people on the call right now that will be monitoring the Q&A. So feel free to ask any question. We will be either answering them live for you through the chat, through the Q&A capability, or at the end we're going to have a 15-minute area where we're going to take some of your questions and answer them live. This webinar will be, or is actually already recording, and will be made available after the event. So you will be able to have a copy of the recording of this event, absolutely. So let's go with the agenda. The agenda today is actually pretty simple. First, we're going to discuss how you can utilize and what's the value of the CoInnovation in order to reinvent your workplace. How can you utilize the core values of what Valo Ideas propose to reinvent your entire workplace? Then we're going to discuss about how you can motivate, how you can collect, and how you can recognize ideas. How you can really make your ideation process a core capability or a core value of your own digital workplace. Then afterwards, we're going to talk a little bit technical, not that much technical, but we're going to talk a little bit technical around the platform you use and the platform you love. So how is that integrated in the real world of the cloud, the Microsoft Cloud? And finally, we're going to discuss about how Portiva transformed organization with Valo Ideas. And this is where we're going to have a little bit of an interview with Maarten at the end. Finally, we're going to answer all your questions that you might have. If we don't have time to go through all of them, we're going to reach out via email to make sure that you get the answers that you're looking for. So let me go full screen here, and let's jump right into the content of today. So first, what we believe in at Valo and how we need to lead, how we're leading the digital workplace force. First of all, especially in these times, we really believe that the digital workday experience is the new normal, and every company is becoming digital. We have an entire product suite here at Valo that covers the digital workplace needs. But what we're realizing on top of this is that every organization is now becoming digital. Not just becoming, but is now fully transformed to be digital. The work from home era that we live in has kind of proved this. Also, from a Valo perspective, we really believe that one of our most strategic partner is Microsoft. And Microsoft really offers the best platform to build for the digital workplace. So not only you can benefit from your existing capabilities that exist in your own platform, namely SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, Planner, Stream, or any other tools you might be using in the Microsoft ecosystem. But adding the Valo piece on top of it is really where you're going to really see the full benefit of your digital workplace. Valo has been there for a long time. The Valo journey started in 2014. We've been awarded of different prizes, from Microsoft to the community to some end user focused certificates. And we're really, really proud today to be able to bring all of these awards to shape our next versions of Valo. We're really learning a lot from those. Valo is not just a simple product. It's a product that has been deployed across the world. More than 650 customers are using Valo on a daily basis. 2 million users are connecting to our Valo systems on every day, and from more than 45 countries. So we're really, really everywhere, and we've been working with all types of organization, from goods to manufacturing, professional services, but also education, construction, and finance. So the co-innovation to really, really reinvent your workplace. What does it mean? Well, first, let me show you a small video. I'd love to show you this video because I really believe that this will give you a really, really good example of what Valo Ideas is all about. So let's roll this out.
In any business, it's easy for your ideas to be forgotten, sometimes almost as soon as they appear. But what if there was a place to share your ideas directly with your colleagues? Introducing Valo Ideas. Valo Ideas is where your thoughts come to life. They can be discussed, accessed, and even promoted within your business. Sally and her team use the platform to showcase new ideas with their colleagues around the globe. These ideas can be supported using the Like feature and give other team members the ability to add their thoughts too, all from within Microsoft Teams. Valo Ideas uses campaigns to keep ideas organized and ensure that they are only seen by the appropriate teams. Using analytics, it's possible to view trends, filter ideas by type, and even check out the top contributors. Valo Ideas delivers an experience that empowers teams across all organizations to ideate and co-innovate towards the dream workplace.
Awesome. So I hope you liked the video. I think it's one of the most fun projects we've ever worked at Valo. It was really, really great tool from our marketing team, but also it kind of gives you the right idea of what is that product, that it's really all about co-innovations. But before we jump into the actual different areas of the product, I'd like to kind of focus back and talk about what are the different core values of the product called Valo Ideas. First, when we built it initially, we were thinking about it as a way to build a better workplace. In these days where people are working remotely, are not spending times in the hallways of your office, or don't necessarily spend time at the coffee machine, we wanted to have a way to share ideas, to bounce ideas back and forth between different employees from different levels, which is important. A shop worker needs to be able to share ideas with the CEO and kind of get to an agreement together that some areas are important. It is an important tool that empowers the collaboration, the innovation, and the full transparency inside your organization. Not only collecting ideas, but we want to make it to the next level. Collecting ideas has been done since the first time an email was sent. The idea bank, the idea at yourcompany.com. Everybody was able to send an idea there. The issue is, when was the last time somebody actually acted on that, read the idea, and really took position to deliver the idea, to execute the idea? That never really happened before. So we want to make sure that the innovation and the transparency that Valo Ideas brings also make it a constructive decision mechanism, that you can have ideas from all over the place, kind of gather, crowdsource the feedback of everybody, crowdsource the number of likes, the number of comments, then afterwards really make an enlightened decision whether you're all going to move forward with an idea or not. It's also important to enable everybody to bring their ideas. Everybody needs to be an idea owner, needs to be someone that creates ideas. Everybody has ideas, knows how to enhance their organization. So we want everybody to be heard. And this needs to happen through tools that are being used on a daily basis. And here, we really believe that the tool of productivity is Microsoft Teams. And that's why everything we're going to be showing today is built inside the tools that you really like, including Microsoft Teams. So what does it mean to motivate, collect, and recognize? Well, we really believe that the first thing is we need to motivate people to go and create ideas. Afterwards, we need to collect them in a way that is categorized, in a way that is secured, and in a way that you can get the best out of the ideas of everybody. And afterwards, you need to recognize. As a administrator or as an ideation manager, you want to be able to recognize what are the most requested feedback, what are the most requested ideas, what are the most voted on ideas, but also the other way around. When you have an idea, you want to be recognized as the idea owner. You want to be recognized as the person that sparked the idea, which maybe has led to a huge project, to a huge transformation project internally. So you want to really, really have that. So let's start with our motivate. So first, we really believe that it's all about engagement. So we want to engage your staff by offering an easy to access tool. So it's not something that is hidden in a sub-menu somewhere in your intranet in a hidden page. No, it's right there upfront, always available for you within Microsoft Teams. That really brings the user to collect ideas to improve the workplace in general. Any employee can react or contribute to ideas. These are always kind of the motto of Valo Ideas. Bring everybody together to make sure that we get the best of everybody. We don't want to have a floor worker or a CEO to hesitate to create ideas. No, we want to bring everybody in the ideation process. And that's why we want to motivate everybody to suggest ideas. And then the contributor needs to be recognized and also needs to be able to contribute to the idea, to add thoughts, to make the idea a story that starts from a very, very small idea to maybe a full-on project. Then afterwards, we're going to go and collect the best ideas. The ideas is not something you schedule. You don't get into a meeting. Yes, sometimes you're going to create brainstorming sessions and these kind of things, but never you're going to be, okay, we need to be creative now. We need to find ideas now. Ideas always occur when you don't expect it. So you want to make sure it's always available all the time. That's why Valo Ideas is fully integrated with your mobile device. Whether you're using Android or Apple with the iPhone, you'll always have access to a way to collect an idea, to suggest an idea from just from your fingertip. Something really important. What starts an idea usually can be a discussion within Microsoft Teams. You start a thread in Microsoft Teams and you want to promote it to an idea, and that's something that we do offer also as part of our product. We also work with something called a bot that will ping the right people, will get the right information for you, and will create the ideas on your behalf to make sure that these ideas are always collected, always recognized, and always available as part of Microsoft Teams. And finally, you will also be able to see your ideas and their progress. Where are they? Do people think that they're worth it? Were they sent to another team to execute? You're going to always have the best feedback. And finally, you're going to be able to be recognized. So first, you're going to see what's trending, and that's what we want as a user. When you connect in the morning and you want to see where we're at from a innovation standpoint, well, it's great that you can actually see that, hey, you know what? There's new ideas that might require my own contribution. So you're going to see it as part of the digital board of ideas, but also from the analytics that we do propose. You're going to be also able to search and filter ideas by type, by team, by categories. You're going to be able to really go in and understand how people are using Valo Ideas. And finally, it just makes it so easy with that report that you can really make good decisions. Before we go into the demo, I want to talk about one last topic. And I know you all want to see where we're at with Valo Ideas, so that's why we want to give you as much content as we can from a demo perspective. So first, it's built on the platform you use and love. So the good news for any IT specific folks, or even from a change management perspective, it is part of Valo Microsoft Teams. What does it mean? It means that from a training perspective, it's the same tool you use every day. That's exactly what we're using actually right now to deliver this webinar through Microsoft Teams. You will be able to create the ideas, see the ideas, comment on the ideas, everything from Microsoft Teams. We're also leveraging the Microsoft 365 groups. And the reason why we're doing this is to make sure that if you want to secure an idea to a group of people, this idea stays secured within this boundary. So no ideas can be leaked. If you want to have private or confidential ideation processes, it's always going to be respected. And finally, we want to keep it safe and intuitive. And that's why we decided to use Microsoft Teams, so you don't have to relearn an entire new platform. It just fits right into the Microsoft ecosystem that you're already using and loving. So what about we jump into the demo? So let me do this here, and let me go right there. Let me actually do this. I think it's going to be even better that way. Awesome. So here we have Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is the hub for teamwork, is where we are working. And as you can see, I'm right now in the tab called Valo Ideas. So you might be used to this guy here, which is the regular Microsoft Teams interface. But as you can see, we now have a Valo Ideas small light bulb right there on the top left. You can decide wherever you want to position this guy. But when you click on it, you're automatically redirected to the dashboard of ideas. These ideas are all the ideas that are available in your organization today that you have access to. You can see what are the ideas campaign. That's the gray element right here. So this is in a campaign called training. How can we enhance our training capabilities within our organization? Here you have remote work, technology watch, the partners. So depending on where you stand, you will be able to see different areas that need improvements or that are sparking some ideas. The first thing you will want to do when you land on this in the morning is to visualize any of these ideas. And I really like this idea here. The fact that I'd love to be able to switch from my company-owned device to bring your own device capability, to really bring my own personal phone to the organization and have the same security governance that I'm used to. So why not? I'm going to go and see what's in there. So I'm going to see it. What I'm going to see is the title of an idea, a nice image representing the idea, a text here that is sit as the pitch. Like if you're going to the Shark Tank or Dragon's Den or any of these shows where you're an investor and you want to pitch your idea to some investors, well, here you want to pitch your idea to your colleagues. You want to sell your ideas. You want to sell it so much that you want to make sure that you will be realizing this idea in the future. So here you can bring as much text as you want. You can also bring some links and reference documents. So you might want to have, I don't know, a full sales pitch as a Word document or as a PowerPoint document. You can see who is this the person that suggested this idea. So in that case, Jack Smith suggested this idea. So I might have a question for Jack and say, hey, you know what? I'm willing to contribute with you. I'd love to maybe help you in the idea. I just click on this, and now automatically I can start a conversation with Jack directly from here, directly from this platform. If I go back to my idea, I will also be able to like my idea because it's finally something I really like. So I want to give a little bit of love to it. I want to go and discuss this idea in Teams. And this is where it really brings the full-blown capabilities of Microsoft Teams. So what's going to happen here is I'm automatically being redirected here in Microsoft Teams, and I am able to go here and say, you know what? Thanks, Jack. This is a great idea. Looking forward to collaborating with you. So here, the beauty of this is that now this makes it a great way to comment because you're used to it. You are used to comment and like in Teams. I want to like, I want to comment, I want to bring images, I want to bring GIFs. You will be able to bring all of this directly from Microsoft Teams. As a user, you'll also be able to see these ideas coming in. So here you see that in this Teams channel, I have two different ideas. This switch from the company-owned devices to BYOD and the switch from Skype to Microsoft Teams. Well, here I can go there and click on Go to Idea, and automatically I'm going to be brought to the idea screen where I can see it in more detail. Let's go back to our home, to our personal dashboard. The second thing you can do is to filter as a user to understand what's happening. So you can go here, filter maybe by latest ideas or my ideas, which are just the ideas that I propose. And you're like, okay, well, I have, oh, this one is cool because I have 3 persons that like this idea. So maybe it's going to make the cut. Maybe I'm going to be able to go on with this guy. I can also come back to my latest ideas and go in, okay, I want to see what's happening in our health and safety team. And now I can also see I have a couple of what we call campaigns. So what's happening from, I don't know, a procedures perspective, and now I see I have one idea. So you can see that you can really categorize your ideas throughout the software that we offer. Something also as a user that you want to do is to share an idea. So how do you do this? There's 2 ways to do it. The first one is to utilize this nice looking UI and go here, top right, and create a new idea. By creating this new idea, you're going to put it a title, and it's going to say healthy lunches for remote workers. Maybe you want to have the ability once a week to order food from healthy delivery food and have it delivered to your home. And maybe this could be sponsored by your organization once a week. So you would describe this. In that case, I'm just going to put the exact same title here, but you would describe all of this. And you're like, hey, this is definitely for health and safety. It's good for health. Then I will be able to select what is the campaign. So, okay, maybe in the general campaign, the status is new. Here you can utilize the default image that we're using in Valo Ideas, which is really cool, really good looking. Or you can also select your own ideas, or your own image, sorry. In this case, I'm going to leave it with this one. The benefits, well, it's definitely for our team. And it is for, let's go with, hey, it's for personal development. It's going to help me in how I develop as a person. I'm going to be healthier and everything. Here you also have the ability to add links to different documents, links on the web, or whatsoever. You can just add it here. And as soon as you're done, you're just going to hit create, and automatically this idea will get created. In a couple of minutes, the Valo bot, which is kind of our personal assistant for ideas, will tell you that the idea was created, and now people will be ready to collaborate with you on this idea. So you're going to see it happening in a couple of minutes. Now, let me give you another view of this. This is the view that we call the dashboard. So let me go here, and I'm going to go back to all teams. So here you see all the ideas. But as we said, it's built into Microsoft Teams, and it's really, really, really integrated in Teams at the point where you can actually go in here, and each team that you can find here will have its own Valo Ideas tab, where for technology watch, or even for partners. Hey, for partners, what's in there? And now you can see that we're enabling external sharing to enable collaboration with our partners. So here, every single channel in Microsoft Teams where you enable Valo Ideas can have this specialized view of the ideas of this team or of this channel. So it gives kind of a more in-depth, more in-context view of all the ideas that you might have. It's also a way where you can go here and say that you're discussing about the partners in that case. Say, we might want to add partners to our sales pipeline, something like that. And someone created an idea like this, adding it to Teams as a message, like we all do anyway. But now we want to really capture it as an idea, as a full idea. So what is possible is I can go right here in Teams, click on the small dots that are right here, and go into more actions. And you're going to find a submit new idea. What's going to happen here is I'm going to get prompted here to create an idea. And here, the description of the idea is the text that the person already wrote. And it's going to also be assigned to this person as the person that suggested the idea. So here in that case, more partners in our sales cycles. The benefit is our team. As you can see, the campaign and the team, you don't have to fill them in because you're already in team. So you're already in a team, in a channel, and people know, okay, so it's for partners. So our team, or actually it's for partners, and the categories, it's for sales, because it's going to help us with sales, but it's going to benefit our partners. And I just hit submit, and automatically we're going to create an idea from this message that was sent by the user. And now we see that the idea is currently being created. And once it's done, a link will be added there. So the bot is now creating some of these ideas. So we're going to see them coming up in a couple of minutes. So now what it means? Well, it means that your ideas are all over the place. You can comment on them. You can like them. What is really important, I believe, is to come here and see our analytics. See what is happening and where people are collaborating on ideas. So if I go to analytics right here, I will be able to see that, you know what? We had a really huge spike on this week. We had a lot of ideas. You see, we had 12 ideas that were assigned to the week of the 9th of July. Who are our top contributors? Who are the people that are really pushing our organization forward by suggesting new ideas? So here you see that Justin is our top contributor. Jack and Peter are also contributing. And here it's really clear which part of the pie chart is being used. Now, I don't know if you've seen at the bottom of my screen, but I was what we call mentioned. So we were mentioned in a way that our idea was just created. So we're going to come back to it afterwards. Are the most liked ideas. So here you see, oh, well, definitely this idea gets a lot of traction. So why wouldn't we pay attention to it? Why wouldn't we go to this idea and finally ship it? Finally help everybody come together and ship this idea? Are the most viewed ideas? Well, right now, we don't have enough data in this case here. But in the category, so we see at personal development is for 5. Oh, okay. Maybe there's a lack from a health, or people are feeling alone at home since the work from home era. So maybe this. Then we see support, sales, office requests, fun. And finally, we think that our team must benefit from these ideas. So in that case, it's really meant to be for our team. We want to improve our own organization. But sometimes it's to improve our organization for other people, maybe for our specific product team or for our partners. So all of these ideas can come into play and really help you in describing what is important in there. You can also use here to see how my ideas are going. So as a user, you can see who are the most liked, the categories, the benefits also of these. So you can see, hey, my ideas, this one is definitely the most liked. Everything is always personalized to the current user. So everybody gets that richness of that dashboard. So this was kind of what I wanted to showcase really quickly. I wanted to also touch on the idea here. You see our bot just created this, more partners in our sales cycle. So everything is really, really rich, really part of the Microsoft Teams ecosystem, and it makes a huge difference in the way that people are collaborating with all of these. So let me go back to slides and let's have a little bit of a discussion on how this also changed other organizations, not just how we think about it, but how some of our partners at Valo have been changing organization and transforming organization. So Maarten, I'm going to put you on the spotlight right here, and I'd love to talk about how Portiva transform organization with Valo Ideas. So Maarten, can you maybe talk a little bit here about how you see the engagement in this new normal? How do you see these new work from home practices having a direct impact with Valo Ideas, for instance?
Absolutely. I'd love to talk about it, and I think it's even the other way around, how Valo Ideas might have an impact on working from home, right? Because that's what happened in this case. And what we did for this particular organization is, well, in general, let's start with the trend that we see, and I'm sure a lot of the attendees in this webinar will recognize that too. Organizations are changing because of COVID-19, because of working from home. It becomes the new normal. We're not allowed to handshake anymore. I don't know, in the Netherlands we do like the elbow tick and stuff like that. So things are changing, and I think that most organizations are struggling, or kind of struggling, or are investing in making the home the new workplace for their employees. So if working from home becomes the new normal, or at least it becomes more accepted, we need to start thinking about how can we make sure that people at home have the right workplace for them, and how can we make sure that they like working from home. And it's a new concept, because suddenly organizations are becoming not just the manufacturing organization, or the or I don't know, or the something in the industry, or the retail organization or anything. Suddenly they're becoming a health organization as well, right? That's kind of a trend that we see, that organizations need to start thinking about, not taking care of the employee at the office, but taking care of the employee at home as well. And this is one particular case where we had a customer who decided to leverage Valo Ideas to bring in the experiences and the ideas from their employees, and to see what they are looking for, what do you need from us to support you in working from home. And because when it started, when COVID-19 started and people were working at home and they were not allowed to come into the office, not everyone has a proper working space at home. So the company said, yeah, maybe you can come to the office just one more time and pick up a monitor or pick up a chair, or at least we can help you for now make your place a little bit better at home. But then they decided, okay, but what else can we do? So the first question they asked, the first campaign that they launched with Valo Ideas is, okay, what do you need from us to support you in working from home? And they started asking that question, and employees were actually posting ideas. They were people were interacting, people were liking ideas, comments arrived, and a whole interaction, a whole conversation was started. And management was looking at this and was like, oh man, these are great ideas, and this is how we can help our employees. So that really worked. And when that campaign was finished, it ran for a couple of weeks, and they decided, okay, to take action, to take measurements on the campaign as well. And then the next thing they thought, okay, what can we do to stay in touch with you? Because we realized, the company realized, hey, maybe this is taking longer than just a couple of weeks. We are now already working from home for like 8 weeks or something. And we are getting this feeling. We liked working from home in the beginning. Because even when we didn't have to work at home, we felt like, okay, maybe you want to work from home just a couple of days because it gives you more ease, it gives you more focus time when you're working from home. So the first couple of weeks was like, yeah, this is okay, I like it. And then the walls come closer to you and come closer to you. You realize, okay, wait, I want to see my colleagues again. So they started to ask the question, what can we do to stay in touch? And that was some really cool ideas came up there as well. Of course, the mandatory, maybe almost mandatory Friday afternoon drinks through Teams, right?
Yep.
And you were having your beer and at Friday afternoon at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. But also poker tournaments, some water cooler project, but virtual. People, they found out that there were quite some people doing road trips on bikes and making bike racing. And they realized, hey, maybe because there is virtual bike racing as well, so maybe we can do that with a group of colleagues. So they decided to start bike racing in a group with colleagues virtually. So all these kinds of concepts popped up, and yeah, that was really, really cool.
That's really interesting because what I noticed from these different examples is we've been through the exact same thing. We had these crazy Fridays where people were using costumes and putting crazy stuff on their heads. We had we now have a virtual coffee happening every single Thursday here, and these came exactly from employee ideas. We were lucky enough; we were already dog fooding Valo Ideas in these times, so we were actually using our own product to bring these ideas to life and understand how the product could help us. But it really brings another facet, another perspective on how you collect these ideas. And what is great is it's not just super businessy ideas. It can also be a way to stay in touch, to connect with your colleagues, and to really make it a great workplace. Really like it. Now in another type of area, which is where there are some specialists in collecting ideas, R&D departments. What's your experience with the different R&D departments you've been working with?
Yeah, quite different, but in the end, the concept is the same. So we have a customer and they are working in technology, and they have this research and development department, very important for their company because they have to improve and they have to invent new technology because otherwise competition will get ahead of them. So they have a team of, I think around 30 very, very bright people, big brains and people, really, really smart people. And these are the people that wake up in the middle of the night with a great idea and they're like, okay, I need a piece of paper and a pencil, let's write down that idea. And I love that because when I wake up in the middle of the night, it's usually because I forgot something the day before. So that's a different reason. But anyway, they want to get their idea and put it somewhere and write it down. And the whole idea of ideation is that they can put their idea into the system, and they have their co-workers, also smart people, very smart people. They will see each other's ideas, vote on each other's ideas, start a discussion on each other's ideas, have some kind of preliminary discussions and to see, okay, is an idea feasible or not, and what should we do with this, how can we prioritize this. And based on the ideas that they submit, one colleague submits, a conversation starts, and they are really democratizing the whole process of what are the ideas that we are going to work on next. And that's what I really like here. It's about selecting the right idea, not because a manager asks one person, hey, what is the idea? What should we do next? No, there's a group of 30 people, and the group themselves together, they decide, okay, what should we pursue? What is the best idea for us?
That's amazing. That democratization of selecting ideas is definitely where we see a lot of improvement and a lot of processes that does not allow this today. And I think Valo Ideas is definitely where we can shine a lot more than what we see in the regular type of ideation process. Maarten, thank you so much for having joined us today and share your experience with Valo Ideas. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, and thanks for the great presentation.
You're more than welcome. Let's move on to some of our last steps of this webinar. So we're going to go through the question and answers. And actually, I have so we have 3 questions that are right here. The first one is someone said that they saw some kind of a light bulb somewhere in Valo that I haven't touched in the demo, and that's actually really right. I did not touch on it. And let's have a look quickly at it. Someone noticed this guy here, right here at the bottom. This is called a messaging extension in Microsoft Teams, which is a small feature that allows you to maybe create content. And here, I can just go here and start creating. You remember when we used the submit a text as an idea? Well, it's exactly the same thing. So here, you can submit ideas directly from within Teams, native to the platform. So why we really believe that this is a great feature is when you have an idea, you might be creating content in Teams and you have an idea, well, you just need to click on the light bulb and you can just start writing this idea right there. So it's a really, really good way of making it happen. The second question that we got, let me go back to the slides. The second question that we got is, can I use this software without any other Valo products, or is that part of any of the suite that Valo offers? It is actually a fully standalone product. So you can utilize Valo Ideas just for the innovation patterns, which I think is really great because it gives you an interesting way of contributing to the success of your organization without everything else that we do. At Valo, you can definitely add everything all together, but it's not necessarily the case. Let me just do that here. Another question that I just got is, what is the pricing of Valo Ideas? So this is based on a perpetual license. So it's a buy once, use forever type of license with a fresh subscription, which is a yearly fee to be able to continue utilizing Valo Ideas. It is for your entire organization. So you can use Valo Ideas in any of the groups that you have in your team. So everybody in the organization can use Valo Ideas with this license. Another question that just came in, how can we use this for everybody, not as part of a specific team, but as part of maybe everybody in my organization needs to have access to provide idea, and I don't want to add people to every single team or these kind of things. Well, we're happy to announce that we are supporting a concept in Microsoft Teams, which is called a organization-wide team, which means a team that everybody automatically joins. So that way, you can automatically be added to this team and you can start contributing. So we've seen a lot of customers utilizing Valo Ideas in this way. So let's spin up a organization-wide team for anything or innovation, and you can have different campaigns right in there. So this is a great, this is a really, really great approach, because now you're really, really fully transparent and fully across all the different departments, different titles, different wherever you are in the hierarchy, everybody has access to this. We have a question here of how Valo Ideas is installed. So Valo Ideas is installed through our partner network. So when you sign in, or when you want to have Valo Ideas, we will be doing kind of a love match with you with some of our partners around the world that will be installing Valo Ideas as part of a small installation package. It's not available as part of the store as of today for multiple reasons. So you will have to install this Portiva is one of them, but we have more than 250 partners across the world that will help you with installing Valo Ideas. I'm looking now at our questions. I think we're getting towards the end of our questions. Before we move on to the conclusion, I want to remind you what is for us the workplace of your dreams. So first, use CoInnovation to reinvent your workplace. We've seen with what Portiva and Maarten have been doing with their customers is reinventing in times of crisis or not is key to the success of your organization. Motivate, collect, recognize is important also. It's part of how you can make these idea campaigns successful. It's built on the platform you use and you love. So it means no more change adoption. It's part of your regular team's environment, which is where a lot of your organization will spend most time in. And finally, we have answered all your questions and answered, and we learned how Portiva transform organizations. So what is your next step? What is your call to action? Well, you can go on our website, valointranet.com/valo-ideas, where you can request a full demo if you want to go more in depth, understand more different areas of Valo, and there is definitely possible. We will be getting in touch with you as soon as we get your demo request or your information inquiry, and from there we will be able to move on. We just had a question that came in. Can we put videos while posting ideas? Definitely. You can also pitch your own ideas as a video and embed the video as a reference inside the idea. So really, really cool experience, because you can have a very small description, but maybe it's easier for you to go and pitch it on video. So we integrate, for instance, with Microsoft Stream as a recording platform and automatically integrate that in Valo Ideas. Well, we would love to thank you. Maarten, thank you so much for your time today. Maybe you'd like to say a couple of your latest famous words before we end up.
No, nothing to add. Thanks for having me. Thanks very much. I loved it, and I hope my ideas gave some inspiration to people attending the webinar.
I do definitely think so. Thank you so much, Maarten. Everybody, I will wish you an amazing end of your day, either here in North America or somewhere in the world. Thank you so much for watching. The recording will be made available and will be sent to you in the next 24 to 48 hours, and hope you liked it. valointranet.com/Valo Ideas, and talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.